Hey everyone, Michael here from Zero Waste Medals, coming to you today to talk about how medals are made and more specifically, how we can make them so people want to keep them. Let's go. So, often medals over time do just get forgotten about. It's natural, they've done the course, they've done the event, so what? But actually, if you can make your event medal that bit more memorable, then what you'll find is that you'll increase the amount of entrants that come back to repeat your course again, which at the end of the day, you're running a business. That's exactly what you want. So where do we start when we're talking about making a medal that the entrant will actually keep? Well, this is where it starts with refined, fine detail engraving or printing onto the medals itself. And having that attention to detail and making sure that it feels authentic is part of what we'll build to be able to make something that the runner or whoever it is wants to take home and be proud of. This is the thing. No one at your event is actually gonna care how it was made necessarily, especially not with the metal medals, because as far as they're concerned, they're all mass produced and they just arrive and they look blingy and shiny. But a part of them, when we look at more sustainable options, will care a little bit more about where they're from, as psychologically it links into how humans feel about organic objects. And we have a distinct link with organic objects, as well as looking at them from a unique point of view. And this feeds directly into when we talk about what it looks like, what it feels like, how it feels to hold it as well in our hands and get that feedback in our fingers to our brain. Slate is one of the prime examples of that because it delivers a unique texture and a very apparent texture every time. No piece of slate is the same as the last. And this again feeds back into authenticity and, making something that feels genuinely valuable. So the medals that people generally keep tend to have a few things in common. And the first thing is they don't feel cheap. They feel solid. They feel high quality. Natural as well, what we've noticed, especially when we have things like layered designs as well that look like they've had, and they certainly have had, a very handmade approach to them that you can see somebody has put their own personal time into crafting these things from scratch. This gives them enough detail to stand out amongst the masses of medals that they will have already won and tell them a little bit more about how you feel as a race director about your event. We've done this across a wide range of events already, from running races to CrossFit tournaments to skiing for the Navy. One's done in bulk for school rugby tournaments as well. And the difference is always the same. The better quality the medal, the more people connect with it and they build a memory of your event. What can often happen in the events industry is medals actually can get left till quite last minute. Given that a fair amount of medals are actually made overseas, it's quite surprising, but it does happen. And we end up seeing a lot of that because people come to us because we're able to produce them last minute for them and still produce them with detail. But if you don't come across us, you'll come across somebody else who provides something cheap, quick, easy, but then doesn't reward the person for the activity that they've done. And it seems disproportionate to the effort. The medal needs to be proportionate to the effort that they've done. And that way they will build that memory and look back at that medal and remember the event that they did. And this is all what it's about, is building a picture of a memory in their mind that they want to go back and revisit. Because at the end of the day, it is the one thing that they've come there to do, 9 times out of 10, is take a medal home from the event. Because they want to show people what they've done. They want to show what effort they've put in. But imagine they show a tiny little circle with a little sticker inside. It doesn't quite speak the same volume as running 5 kilometers, which might be their first ever time of doing it. So it needs to be celebrated with a great deal of respect.